All right, welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. Now, the Bavenda King Tonimpepu Ramabulana has offered to pay back any money that the Reserve Bank report says was taken illegally from VBS Mutual Bank. The Great Bank Heist report says he received 17.7 million rand from VBS in gratuitous payment. Meanwhile, VBS employees at Louis Trichardt and Thohoyandou branches in Limpopo have reported for duty despite having been handed retrenchment notices on Friday. Retrenched packages were issued to 100 employees, while the other 25 are to remain at the bank. The retrenched workers have not yet resigned, or rather signed the notices, saying that they are not happy with the packages. They're expected to work until the 12th of next month. The Bavenda King, Tonimpepu Ramabulana, has offered to pay back any money that the Reserve Bank report says was taken illegally from VBS Mutual Bank, as we have reported. Let us now talk live to our reporter Hitekani Magwedze, who is in the Limpopo province for us this afternoon. Hitekani, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for talking to us. Let us now start with this issue, the Bavenda King saying that he is prepared to pay back the money if the money was illegally received.
Well, good afternoon, Palesa. That's correct. In fact, what he's saying is that the report by Advocate Termutao doesn't really incriminate him, saying that it describes the payment that he received as a gratuitous. So really saying that even in the report, he's not seen being involved in any criminal activities. Also saying that he deems it unfortunate that he wasn't given the opportunity to be interviewed by the advocate so that he can give his side of the story. But he has, of course, as you said, said that he will avail the amount of 17 million rand if it is proven that it was given to him from benefits of illegal proceeds. So really saying that he's available to subject himself to the law. We have been trying to get an interview with the king. In fact, we just arrived in Chibisa, where we know that he was in a meeting with various other individuals. We were promised an interview, and we are still waiting to hear from him. The important questions that we want to know from him is how he was not aware of the dealings going on within the bank, considering that he is part of Vere Investments, which allegedly had shares within the bank. So there are some pertinent questions that he would have to answer to, but we cannot give an update on that as we are waiting to speak to him.
All right. And what's the sense, Hitekani, that you're getting from the people on the ground, those who've lost money, who had invested in the bank?
Well, they've lost hope, really. You have to understand that the bank comes from the years and years of community involvement. It started from the community. The community really believed in it and gave of themselves in terms of the support to the bank, to what it was. So it was years and years of working and believing in the bank and giving up their money into the bank that has now been lost. I mean, we spoke to a minority shareholder yesterday who told us that for her, the shares that she had were a legacy because when her husband died, she inherited the shares and she was hoping to leave them for her daughter and her children's children. And so most of them are really left without hope and they feel that they've been hard done by this.
Hitekani, were you able to talk to some of the VBS employees? Because now there are reports that employees at Louis Trichardt and Thohoyandou branches there in Limpopo have reported for duty today despite having received retrenchment letters on Friday. Have you had anything? Were you able to speak to any of them?
Well, we have. The offers that they got they are consistent in saying that those offers are unfair, because we do know that the packages are structured in 1 week per year of service, so they get paid 1 week per year of service. And some of these people have been working there for almost 10 to 16 years, and they have loans in the banks. They have car loans and home loans and such. And some of them, well, most of them, with the amounts that they've been given, won't be able to pay those loans, and let alone support their families. So they won't. Well, they say they won't sign these papers that they've been offered, and until the offers have been reworked, they will continue going to the bank each and every day of the week. So we have also spoken to the union that represents them, SABC, and they're saying they are in consultations with the curator to first of all see if they can wipe away the debt of the workers, and also see if they can rework the offers that have been made.
All right, Hitekani, we have to leave it at that. Thank you so much for coming through. Our SABC reporter Hitekani Magwedze, live from the Limpopo province. We do know, of course, on the story that the ANC's top 6 officials are having a meeting with the party's Limpopo leadership to discuss this particular issue. The SABC News will be keeping you abreast when that information becomes available.